Hey, what's up, Dave? This is Cam. Just wanted to respond to your email with a quick live stream here. This is an unlisted live stream, so nobody else can see this unless you share it with them. But I wanted to talk to you about the email that you sent me. And to do it, I want to head over to the email inbox so I can see, I can kind of reference what you said. And let me just share my screen with you. So we'll walk through it together. You're going to see some screen weirdness here for a second, but I'm going to get rid of that. And here we are on your email. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. It looks like David to me, but if it's not, just let me know. So sorry about that. Okay, so hi Cam. I've just decided to quit my job and get into internet marketing. The last 3 days has been information overload with Google AdSense, Google AdWords, affiliate marketing, what makes money, what are scams, where to start. Okay. First of all, congratulations on having the courage to quit your job and try to make a go of it online. That's not easy, man. A lot of people have trouble doing that. I do think that people, I think that people do seem to get it a little bit faster. They seem to hit success a little bit better when their back's against the wall. I know that's how it was for me. I lost my job in 2010, and I always felt a pressure to provide for my family and to make things work. So I definitely think that that increases your pressure. Your back's against the wall. But when people's backs are against the wall, they find ways to get things done. When people are comfortable, they tend to not find ways to get things done. So that's just what I've observed over the years. Anyways, information overload. Okay, so look, what you need to do is you need to pick a path. You need to pick one path, and you need to move forward. Right now, I'm going to get specific with you in a second, but I want you to understand something, Dave. There are lots of ways to make money on the internet, and none of them are necessarily wrong. Okay. I'll give you an example. I started out, the first money I ever made on the internet was with Amazon. I was selling books, physical books on Amazon, right? I was making a full-time living doing that. Okay. Then I expanded that, and I was selling all kinds of physical product on Amazon. Okay, and then I moved to selling Amazon FBA. All right, and then I moved on, and I moved on to selling Kindle ebooks. I was selling Kindle ebooks on Amazon platform, right? And the way I started with the Kindle ebooks was I wrote a book about selling physical books on Amazon. It was called The Lean Guide to Successful Online Book Selling, right? And I wrote that book, and I thought it was going to be awesome. I thought I was going to do amazing things. And it didn't, it sold a few copies here and a few copies there, but it wasn't nothing like I thought it was going to, man. I put a lot of work into that book, and I thought it was just going to be crazy awesome. But it wasn't, man. So I had to figure out how to, it's okay, I'm on a screen share, bud. I had to figure out how to, sorry, man, my kid was out here. I had to figure out how to get more traffic to the ebook. I could either just say, well, the ebook was a flop, or maybe I can figure out a way to get more traffic to the ebook so that people will buy it. So I decided to start a YouTube channel, and I started a YouTube channel, and I talked about what I was doing on Amazon, right? And the ebook, and then the YouTube channel started kind of taking off, and people liked what I was doing, and yeah, it was driving more sales to my ebook. It was driving more sales to my ebook, but also, my YouTube channel was making money too from just the ad revenue in the front of the videos. But then I kind of got like into this frame of mind where I was like, Well, man, you know, every time I sell an ebook, Amazon takes 30% of the profits. I'm driving all the extra customers. You know, they're all coming from my YouTube channel. Why am I giving them 30%? I mean, if I can drive the customers from my YouTube channel to there, I mean, why don't I just take all of it? You know, so basically, and I hate to, you know, name drop a course at you because, you know, I know you're suffering from information overload right now. But I'll just tell you straight up. I was reading this book at the time because I was like you, man. I was always looking for the next thing. I was always trying to figure it out. Anyways, I was reading this book at the time called Membership Sites That Make Money by a guy named Perry Belcher. It's actually still on Amazon, man. Let me show you what I'm talking about. But we go to Amazon.com. I'll show you the book I wrote. It's called it's still here. It's called The Lean Guide to Successful Online Book Selling. There it is. Broke to Boss, a lean guide to successful online book selling. Right? Yeah, that's the book I sold. So what happened was I was reading this book at the time called Membership Sites That Make Money. Right? I bought this book by Perry Belcher, and it was that book changed my life, man. This stupid little ebook really changed my life because this book kind of taught me about just the possibilities, you know, the possibilities with a membership site, right? So I took that little ebook and I said, well, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a website and I'm going to make a video for each chapter in my ebook. So, right. So now I had each chapter on a page on the website, on a website page. And then I had a video embedded at the top of the page. Right. And, so my little ebook became a video course, and I turned it into like a membership site, right? Called it Adventures on the River, and it was a membership site. So I started driving YouTube traffic to my membership site. I was basically doing the same thing on YouTube. I was talking about what I was doing on Amazon, but now instead of pushing them at this ebook, now I was pushing them at my membership site. And, you know, I could go even deeper into that story, you know, but the bottom line is very quickly, you know, I took a little bit of money that I was making every month, and I made a lot more money every month from that. That worked out really good. And then I moved on into like affiliate marketing, and then I moved on into product launching and stuff like that. But that's kind of how I got started. And that's kind of how I got knowledgeable about everything, because I tried a lot of stuff. But cool, let me move on. So I understand the information overload thing, but here's what I will tell you. When I was into Amazon, like, I was making myself profitable on Amazon, right? And then when I got into ebooks, I worked on making myself profitable with ebooks while I was still running the Amazon physical book business. And with that, what I guess I'll tell you, man, is when it comes to information overload, like, you pick a path and then you go down that path, you get it to money. Okay. And that's like your main priority. But on the side, you could be doing educational type stuff on other things, right? If you're trying to learn about other things, other ways to make money, that might be better than what you're doing, right? It might be different, but better. But you still got that primary path of what you're doing you're trying to make money on. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I guess what it boils down to, man, is there's a difference between productivity and education. If you spend too much time on education and not enough time on productivity, then you will not win. You will not win. You have to pick a path, and you have to get that path to money, and that's your productivity. right? And then your education is something separate. You educate yourself on your time. And that's it, man. That's it. I'll tell you something. I spend about 2 hours a week on education now, right? The rest of my week is dedicated to productivity. Now, I'm still looking at new things. I still explore new things, but I know where my bread is buttered, and your bread is buttered in productivity. So you have to make sure that you're doing things every day to move your business forward, and that's the productivity. It can't always just be about education, because all you're going to do is get information overload and not get anything done. Education's great, but it's not going to make you money. It's like a long-term investment. The education's like a long-term investment. So anyways, that's cool. Google AdSense, Google AdWords, affiliate marketing, what makes money, what are scams? Okay, well, the bottom line is, in every single way that makes money on the internet, there's good stuff out there and there's scams. There's good stuff and there's scams. Let me show you something. First of all, I'll tell you, this is trial by fire. Okay, you're in college right now. You're learning, but you might get all the information, but you might not have been ready for all the information. You might not apply all the information, right? So, like, let's just look. If we go to my Warrior Plus account, let's sign in here. I want to show you what I'm talking about, okay? And I'm going to talk to you about what I think is the best way to start in a minute. But I just want to show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. So we look at my purchase history. There's 98 entries in my purchase history on this one platform. I can show you the same thing on JVZoo. I can show you the same thing, man. Look at all these things that I've purchased on here. Okay. Now, to be fair, a lot of these things I wanted to affiliate market with. I wanted to affiliate with a lot of these things, but I wanted to test them out before I promoted them. And either I didn't have time to reach out to the product vendor, or I never heard back from the product vendor and I didn't want to wait for them, so I just bought it, right? But some of these I just wanted to know more about, right? So, you know, and some of these legitimately I bought because of my business, to move my business forward. Like this lifetime PLR membership. I mean, I have a membership program, so I'm always looking for more PLR. It just makes sense. That's just stuff that's going to help my productivity. Dashboard confessionals, I was just interested. I just wanted to check it out. So impossible to ignore angles, again, I just wanted to check it out. I was interested in what you had to say because, you know, I do affiliate marketing, so I'm always interested in new sales angles. But the point is, man, the education always continues. I mean, you know, it's just one of those things. To me, it's fine that I spend money on these products because I make money. This is my business. I'm always educating myself. And that's all there is to it. You know, I might have spent thousands. I might have spent a couple thousand on information products in 2016, but I made tens of thousands in 2016. So I guess what I'm pointing out to you is there's a difference between productivity and education, but you're always going to be kind of educating yourself. I think the key with education is limit the amount of time you spend on education and make sure you have a dedicated purpose with your education. You know, if you're trying to build a business on email marketing, then focus your education on how to list build. Focus your education on how to send out emails that make money. Focus your education on that area. And then when you get that business rolling and it's profitable and you feel like you got it mastered, then you can expand your education to other areas. But, you know, to start with, you focus your education just on the area of your primary business and until you get that primary business to money, right? Now, once you get it to money, you can identify the weaknesses of the business. I know I was making full-time income with Kindle, or not Kindle, but with Amazon physical books, right? And I was doing it and it was fine, but I identified the weaknesses of it. And the weaknesses of it, well, the positives were it was easy to get started. It was easy to make money. Very easy to go on Amazon and sell stuff. Very simple. The negatives of it were, you know, I had to source all that crap. I had to go out to garage sales and thrift stores. You know, I had to line up deals with manufacturers on Alibaba. Just lots of different things that go into make, you know, getting physical product and selling it. So that was a negative. And before I started Amazon FBA, another negative was I was always going to the post office every day. I was always going to my storage unit because I had a climate controlled storage unit that I was paying for every month to store my books. I had tons of books, dude. I had thousands of books. I needed a climate controlled storage unit to store all these books. I had bookshelves. It was crazy. But I was always there every day, dude. I was always there every single day because I had book orders every single day. Then I was always at the post office every single day, mailing them out. Well, that was a negative, man. It sucked doing all that. And also, another negative was it was not scalable. I'm only one man. I mean, I could probably handle about 20 book orders a day. But what after that? What after that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What if I got 100 book orders? I couldn't handle that. I mean, that would take me 2 days to get all that crap done. So it was only scalable to a point. That was another weakness of that business. But I wouldn't have been able to figure those weaknesses out really until I lived inside that business, right? And I knew that business inside and out, so it was easy for me to identify the weaknesses. But what I'm saying, man, is pick a primary and then get it to money. Get it to money, right? And until you get it to money, all your education should be focused on that primary. But you asked me a specific question, where to start. Okay, so here's what I'll tell you, okay, when it comes to where to start. Because, and number one, I don't know you. So there's always a danger in me telling you what to do, right? Because I don't know you. I don't know your personality. I don't know what's going to work for you. Let me switch this back because we're done with this. I got the basics of what you're saying here. Let me switch off a screen share. So there's always a danger with me telling you what to do because I don't know you. I don't know what your interests are. I don't know what your work ethic is. I don't know where you're coming from. You know, I don't know. But I can tell you what I think, where I would start over if I was starting over right now. I'll tell you exactly what I would start with because this is, I think, one of the quickest paths to money. Well, two things I would do. Okay. Number one, I'm in the make money online space. So that's where I'd start because I like that. I like that space. You know, I like that internet marketing, digital marketing, make money online space. I like it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. Okay. So the first thing I would say is, you know, do what you want to do. What's the point of working for yourself if you're doing something you don't want to do? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me, man. So, you know, I don't do shit I don't like to do. That's the bottom line on that. But the second thing I would say, man, is focus on your list building and focus on your email marketing, okay? Because the core of your business, the core of my business is my audience. Well, the heart of my business is the audience. The core of that audience is my email list, okay? 80% of my transactions were made. I made about $50,000 last year on the internet, and 80% of that was done with email transaction. Okay. So you might see me on Facebook, you might see me on YouTube, you might see me here, you might see me there, but you got to understand that's audience building. But the audience filters back to the email list. Okay. And money most of the time is changing hands on the email list. All right. So the email list is the core, but the audience is the key, if that makes sense. So if I was starting over today, I would pick my niche and I would focus on audience building, and I would focus on putting those people on an email list. All right. That would be my key focus. And then the other thing that I would really focus on, man, and this is maybe depends a little bit on what niche you want to work out of. It might be different in other niches, but if you're in my space, if you're in the make money online space, the other thing I would focus on heavily is product launching, getting some products out there for your audience, getting some products out there for your email list that they can buy. And, you know, launching a product can be hard. There's a few moving parts. It's not hard to launch a product, man. It's hard to launch a product right. It's hard to launch a product and make money. You know what I mean? But when you're first starting out, you don't have an email list. You don't have an audience. Nobody knows who you are. So I think a great thing to do is to, you know, make a product that's going to solve a problem for people in your space. And then, you know, really focus on your JV recruitment, you know, focus on JV recruitment, hardcore, get some people on board with an audience that'll help you promote your product, and then launch it. And then when you do that, you should be able to build a little bit of an email list, right? Now, let's say you get 5 people or 1 person or just 2 people to help you promote your product at first. You don't have a list, you don't have an audience, but you got 2 people that were kind enough to promote your product for you, two influencers, right? And from that, let's say you get 15 sales, you know? All right, 15 sales. That's not very good, but you know what? That's 15 people on your list that you didn't have before, and that's 15 people that took a chance on you and your stuff and bought it. So what's your job now? Well, your job is to keep the momentum going, because now you launch another product in about a month, right? Maybe a month and a half tops, right? And you got those 15 people. So your job is to work on that next product launch, but at the same time, at least once or twice a week, hit up those 15 people. Don't try to offer them anything. Provide them value by email, you know? Build a little rapport with them, you know? Tell them a couple stories. Give them actionable content in your emails, right? So tell them a little bit of a story, entertainment value, and then provide actionable content, right? Anyways, if I was starting over, this is how I would do it. I would have a huge focus on email marketing and list building, and I would have a huge focus on product launching. That's the way I would do it if I was starting over, because I don't know an aspect of internet marketing that is such a surefire way from rags to riches. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I've done it all, dude. I've done YouTubing, I've done blogging, I've done affiliate marketing, you know, I've done Kindle, I've done Amazon. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff, man. But product launching is very, very powerful. So anyways, I've babbled on long enough, man. I hope this video helps you, and I wish you the best on your journey. If you want to hire me as a mentor, that is something I do. You just have to hit me up. We can talk about it. Generally, dude, obviously I don't work for free. For mentoring, for one-on-one mentoring, I'll just be honest with you. Generally, I charge people $997, you know, one-on-one mentoring. That'll guide you through your first product launch, and that'll guide you a month after that, right? That also gets my support on your launch, affiliate support. And that's what that does. But I have a 30-day product launch camp that will guide you through launching it will guide you from research and development all the way to launching your first product. And that's what I usually offer for one-on-one coaching. I don't always offer that, but right now I'm wrapping up my affiliate command training with my group coaching, so I got time. But if that's something you're interested in, just hit me up. Another course that if you're wondering about courses, what course might help you do all the stuff I'm talking about, I have a flagship course It's called Affiliate Command 2017. It's expensive. It's like $497. But it's very good. It's very good. It'll guide you through everything, and it doesn't just show you how to. It doesn't just tell you how to do it. It shows you how to do everything, from building the audience to affiliate marketing to paid advertising to membership sites to all kinds of stuff. It shows you everything, right? So that's a great course, right? Looking for good free information, I have a YouTube channel called Zero Fast Returns. I have a blog called Epic Conversions, and I always put free information out on Facebook. So, yeah, that's it, man. I hope that information helps you, dude, and I wish you the very best on your journey. I know it takes a lot of courage to quit your job and pursue this path, but you can do it, man. I'm no rocket scientist. I'm no super genius. I mean, if I can do it, then you can do it. It's just a matter of staying determined and staying focused on that primary, get it to money. You know what I mean? So anyways, man, good luck in all you do, and I'll see you, buddy. Peace.